working 3 to 4 hours a day online, making serious money just isn't possible in most cases. Whereas this, we see it to be true. How do I know? Because I actually do it and have done it. Now, first things first, if you can't sit through, let's say, 6-7 minute video of this breakdown, then this just isn't for you anyway. But it is for somebody that actually wants to make a change and live the way they know they should be. I'm going to explain way more about how this works and what it is. Now, I got into the game a little bit over a year and a half ago, maybe around a year and a half. I explained in the previous video why I got into the game and how I got into the game, so I won't go too much into that. But what I do, or what I have done, is something people like to call remote closing, okay? So to break it down simply, you've probably seen online, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, business owners or influencers on Facebook or Instagram are selling their knowledge through courses, mentorships, coaching programs, or masterminds. Now, they usually come with a decent sized investment. Why? Because people don't pay attention until they pay. There's multiple opportunities out there online. There's multiple ways for you to go out there and learn and actually make more money. But until you actually pay, you're not paying. There's a lack of attention that you're actually paying. You have the ability to make it work, but you're just not doing it. So that's one of the reasons why there's typically a higher investment. 2, these business owners put a lot of time, a lot of effort into actually producing a tremendous amount of value so that you guys can learn and have the best possible outcome for your own journey, especially when you have online coaching sessions, typically through Zoom. So you actually have the ability to speak to somebody on a personalized basis for a Zoom session. But the biggest issue or the bigger bottleneck that most of these business owners have is they need to focus on the fulfillment side of things. They need to focus on the people that are actually inside so they can help and provide the value that they need to provide with little to no time to actually enroll people or help people outside of the program. So what they do is they set up a process where people outside can get a general buy-in through content. They can get a little bit of a clearer breakdown of what it is that the business owner offers. And then what they do is they have the ability to book into a sales call. This is where you come in, or I, because business owners are far too busy to be enrolling people. They are far too busy to be taking sales call for people that might essentially waste their time. So what they need is high quality reps that are trained, are coached, and actually have the ability and the skill set to be able to enroll the people that are qualified to enroll. People that are able to have a very challenging, direct conversation with somebody that they've probably never had before to navigate that person from where they are, the current situation, to fill the gap that the program actually provides that value for, to fill the gap. Now, that's something that I've personally started to change as well, because there's a lack of quality reps in the game at the moment and it needs fixing so the business owners can actually produce the best possible outcomes for their business. So the way remote closing works, you have the ability to set up a calendar, which would allow people to book in a very specific time slot with yourself to have a 1-hour session. Then your job is to break down the program at a high level to give people enough information and clarification on what it is that you do and feel like you can actually help them and get them to where they want to go. And then the most important part is to qualify the prospect for the business owner to make sure that they're actually a good quality member of the program and they're actually going to put in the work, put in the time and put in the effort to actually make it work. Now, usually this takes around, let's say 1 hour, sometimes a little bit over, to complete enrollment and actually get the deal done. Now, in that 1-hour session, because the investment is typically anywhere from around $3,000 to $25,000 depending on the program, or in my case $50,000, you will be paid anywhere between 10 to 15% per deal done. So let's say you have 3 to 6 to 7 calls a day, depends on how much you want to work. You have all these opportunities in the palm of your hand to make anywhere between $500 to $2,000 per day. Then once you start to get really good, for example, I was able to make $6,500 in total comms yesterday, and today I woke up to another deal done, so that's $6,500 in my account from today. That's how easy you can get when you get really good. Again, like I said, there's a lack of quality sales reps, so that's what I truly focus on. So I actually help people understand how the business model works, give them the right coaching, give them the right training, and give them the right skills so that they can actually produce upwards from around $30,000 to $50,000 per month. Now, the best part of all of this is you start to become in control of your income. You're in control of your calendar, you're in control of how many calls you take a day, and you're in control of what opportunities you take so that you can make the money you actually want to. This is a life-lasting skill set that will, quite honestly, serve you for a very, very long time. Quite frankly, I know in the back of my mind, I will never have to look at another 9 to 5 ever again. Why? Because I have the ability to communicate with people and actually produce money just by having that high level communication. You are now in control of your freedom. That's why they call it remote sales. If you want to pick up and, for example, if I want to pick up and leave the UK and come out to Mexico and spend a good amount of time in the sun and enjoy my freedom, that's what the opportunity gives. Once you start to stack the skills and you can start putting your money elsewhere. For example, I have the ability to invest into an e-com business, now I can actually produce income outside of that. So I have 2 levels of income now, but that's because I put the time, effort, and actually been intelligent with the amount of money that I've been able to make. The best part about this specific business model is it requires no capital investment on your end. As long as you have conviction, as long as you have confidence, the ability to speak, you have the work ethic, you can quite frankly change your life within 6 months like I did. That's all it takes. As long as you put in the grind, you get your head down, you stick with it, you don't complain, and you just do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis. That's how fast you can actually change everything. So if you genuinely feel like this is something you could pursue, you would like to pursue, maybe you're in a current situation that's not serving you, it's not allowing you to make the money you want to, it's not allowing you to have the freedom you want, feel free to message me on IG. I'll give you a little bit more clarification on how this works and what I can personally do to put you in a better position and to produce better outcomes. Like I said, shoot me a message. But one thing I won't do is I won't fuck around. I'll put a lot of time, effort, and commitment into anybody that I work with that is committed to getting to where they want to go. So if you're not the type of person, don't bother fucking messaging me because I'm not interested.